Hi, I'm Natalie. Welcome back to my sewing vlog, The Seaside Sewist. I thought I'd take you along with a couple of weeks of where I am literally going to fabric shop till I drop. So I've just come back from a little road trip to Lille in France and Ghent in Belgium. And so that was last week. On Tuesday I'm going into Leeds. I'm going to start my Christmas shopping, but I may have to go into B&M Fabrics for a couple of things. Wednesday is First for Fabrics with my social ladies. We're going on a fabric tour, and then on the Saturday I am going to the Gold Hawk Road in London, so it's going to be a bit of a mega fabric haul, but I can't spend too much or have the space for so much, so I thought I'd just take you along and just show you a bit of my week. So, as I say, I've just come back from Lille and Ghent. I found a fabric shop in Ghent called, I thought, pop it in here, Stoffen Artveld, I think. And we literally just walked past this as we were going through the main square. And I saw the word Stoffen, and my husband said, it doesn't even look like a fabric shop. How did you know? And I said, well, Stoffen. And I pop a few pictures in of the shop. It was so tidy. The frontage was tiny, but the shop went on for ages. So I bought a piece of, I don't even know where it is. It's probably just polyester, where it's quite silky, and it was on a model in the other colourway, but I got this colourway, so I literally just got a metre. I think it was £12.95 a metre, and it is this blue with all these different colours running through it, and I thought it would just make a nice blouse or something. I think it is just polyester, but it's just really, really nice. So I picked that up. And then the next thing I picked up is when we went into Bruges for the day, and Bruges, if you've never been, is absolutely beautiful. And all you can smell is waffles and Belgian chocolates, which I can't have either of them. So I thought I would treat myself to this. Now, we have this Christmas shop in the UK. We definitely have one in York because I go into it every time I go. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but if you Google that, you will find the UK stockists. And it is a decoration for my Christmas tree. And I gasped when I saw it, so my husband bought it for me. And when I show you this, everybody is going to want one. Cute is that? So you've got your sewing machine at the top. It's made out of wood, and then you've got these little bits of string, and on here there's an iron, there's a pair of scissors, there's a couple of cotton reels there, and then some buttons, and I just absolutely fell in love with that, and that needed to come home with me. So I just thought that was absolutely beautiful. So you hang it on your tree, and to be fair, I could just hang it in my room all year round, really. So I just thought that was lovely. So if you do go along and pick one of those up in York or similar, let me know. So I've got a full afternoon this afternoon of just doing a bit of sewing. I'm off work for 2 weeks. I never have 2 weeks off work. I get 5 weeks holiday, and I usually take them in like weekly. We have to take them in full weeks, we can't take days. So I usually take them in 5 full weeks throughout the year, and we usually go on holiday. I think apart from one of them, so I was off in July last when I went to the French sewing retreat. So I have had a week where we've gone away, and now I've got a week of doing sewing. I've only got a couple of days that are just dedicated me time, and this afternoon is one of those times. So I've nearly finished my Eden raincoat. It is finished, it just needs the snaps, and I've had to order them. So anything that was to do with that project, the pattern piece, I'm going to tidy all of that away. And I've started doing something recently which I might talk about on a separate vlog, and it's splitting my time. So I will talk about it on a different vlog, but splitting my time means that if I think I have 3 hours this afternoon, I will split that time into an hour on one project, half an hour on another project, and so on and so forth. So if you'd like to see a vlog where I explain a little bit more about that, then let me know in the comments below. And as I go along on my week, I will pop footage in. So it's a little bit of me chatting on here, and it's a little bit of me out and about in the fabric world. Good morning, it is Wednesday. I'm getting ready to go and get the train to go up to Newcastle for a fabric tour this morning with the ladies from my sewing days. So I went to Leeds yesterday, tried to start a bit of Christmas shopping. It didn't really work. I ended up buying things for myself, but I did nip into B&M Fabrics, so I'm just going to show you what I got from there. So I'm making some bags as Christmas presents this year, so I picked up a couple of their webbings for the straps. So I've got this blue, gold and black leopard print. It does have a back to it, but I prefer it that way, so I got that one. And then I also got this one, which would work both ways, but I'm going to use it that way. And then I got 1/2 metre of their faux leather. So I got this in black for a bag for my mother-in-law. I've had another 2 colours of theirs in the past, a green and tan, and it's a good width, so you do get quite a lot on there. So that's a few Christmas presents that I have got in the pipeline. So as I say, we're off to Newcastle today. We are meeting a group of 13 or 14 people in the station, and then we are going to get the metro up to First for Fabrics. So I've got to try and get 14 of us on the metro and hope we're going in the right direction and all the rest of it. So wish me luck with that one. And then we're doing that, and then we're coming back into Newcastle and we're going to Court Brasserie for a meal, and then we're coming back. So I should be back in the house for about 6. Whether I'll get to show you tonight what I bought. I have a lovely voucher to spend from the ladies from my sewing days. For our 2nd birthday, they gave me a First for Fabrics voucher because we knew we were going. And there is a new jacket pattern that came out as part of the Closet Core crew, which I will show you at a later date. So I'm thinking of spending my voucher on the outer and the lining for that project, and I need a few bits of bag hardware and things like that. So we do have a couple of hours, or at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to spend in First for Fabrics. So I think everyone's really excited. So I need to go now because I've got to get myself to the train station and get myself to the tune. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. I will take a lot of footage hopefully from today. What have you bought? What's this for?
This is for a t-shirt,
Okay.
and this one is possibly going to be a skirt. I'm like, oh, wardrobe.
You like skirts, don't you?
I do. I love.
You have a skirt on today.
I make a lot of.
Did you make that one?
I did, yeah.
Oh. Hi, we're now on to Thursday, the 10th of September. So yesterday we had a day out in Newcastle, fabric shopping. So we went up to First for Fabrics. We went, it was the sewing group that I run in Stockton. So we all go on little fabric tours every so often, and yesterday we went to First for Fabrics. So I had a lovely voucher to spend, what the ladies bought me for our second birthday a few months ago. So I knew I had that to spend. So I'm going to show you what I got. First off, I'm just going to put a bit of footage in of the shop because it is an amazing shop. If you've never been and you live in the area, you must go. So there was 11 of us, and this is a few clips from the day, and then I will be back to show you my haul. Hope you enjoyed seeing that. We went up and met in Costa in the station, then got the metro through to First for Fabrics. Then we got the metro back into Newcastle and went to Court Brasserie for a meal, which was lovely, and then we got the train home. So what did I buy? I'll start with a few haberdashery items that I got. I bought this iron-on patch from Sarah Hart's. Sewing is my superpower. I might put that onto a bag or something, I think. I got some blue Maraflex thread for a couple of projects that I'm doing. And I got another rainbow slider and another rainbow crimp end for some bags that I'm making for Christmas. There was some lovely remnants by the front door, which there always is, and I got this sort of green velvet cord that's lined with fur. Now this is 150 wide, but only by 76, so I'm thinking I might be able to squeeze some sort of jacket out of it, or maybe a gilet or something. So, but it was a bargain, it was £9, so I had to have that. I don't know if you can see the colour there, but it's like a very, like a bottle green, and then it has got the fur on the inside, so you don't need to line it. I then got this little batch here. So when Kaylee was on Instagram stories the other day, she showed the Xoe sweater, which I've had the pattern for ages and just done nothing with it, so I'll pop a picture of it in here. So I got the royal blue French terry for the bottom part of it, along with the matching ribbon, and then this beautiful leopard print French terry for the colour blocking that goes across the top and across the top of the sleeves. So I'm excited to do that. So I bought half a metre of that. I bought a metre of the blue French terry, and then Kaylee advised that I bought 70 centimetres, and then we were laughing because she said, if you don't have enough, you can blame me. So I will be after you, Kaylee, if I don't have enough of this. So I got that. I bought 2 metres of their woven interfacing for various projects. I will not go back to the papery interfacing now. I need to use the woven interfacing. If you use this, you will not go back. So I've got 2 metres of that. And then the last pieces that I bought, I will speak about this more in my plans, but I joined the Closet Core crew a few months ago, and you get a free pattern sent through every month, and this month it is like a 50s style jacket. I've even forgot what the jacket's called. I'll pop a picture of it in here. But it's a 50s style line jacket, and I just thought it was lovely. So I bought, we couldn't work out what this was. I think we just worked out that it was textured woven or something like that. So this was £7.50 a metre, and it's just like this textured woven. It's sort of like, it's white and brown. And I just thought that would make a lovely jacket that could then go over like jeans or whatever, just with a plain top underneath. So I bought that, and then I bought the lining to go with it. So it's in like a brown. So I thought this was black and white until I started putting black lining with it, and it's not. So that's the lining to go with that. So it's just like a little smart cover up, really, more like a blazer. I do have quite a few blazer and jacket patterns, so I think I'll be making quite a lot of them going into autumn and winter. So that's my little haul from First for Fabrics. As I said, we had a lovely day, and the staff were brilliant. They were so welcoming. You know, it was already, the shop was already busy before we descended, and 11 people all going in at once, all wanting fabric cut, and it was a busy couple of hours for them, but hopefully worth it. So I'm going to stop this here. I'm going out for lunch today with some of my husband's family, and then when I get back I need to do a little bit of sewing, and I need to pack because I'm going to London with Nova tomorrow. Now, we have decided to abort Goldhawk Road. I thought we were staying in the area of Goldhawk Road, and we're not. We are on the opposite side of London, but we are quite close to the new craft house. So we are going to take a trip there. Just going to be lovely, and I love Nova, so we'll have a lovely little catch up and some margaritas, and it'll be brilliant. So yeah, I will sign off here and see you soon. Hi, it's finally Sunday the 14th of September, so I'm at the end of my fortnight off, and Friday, Saturday I went to London. Originally we were going to go to the Goldhawk Road, and then we realised we weren't really anywhere near that area, and there was a lot of tube strikes and there was some protests going on Saturday. So we literally went for a couple of days of eating and drinking and sightseeing. So we stayed in Shoreditch, which is quite near Brick Lane. So on the Saturday, what did we do on the Friday? When we arrived on the Friday, we went and got some lunch in this amazing place in Shoreditch called Smokestack. I'll pop some pictures in here. The place itself just smelled incredible. So we had a bit of lunch there, and then we went off to the Gianni Versace exhibition. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you can, it's my washing machine deciding to dance across the floor. So we did that, and then we went back and got checked in, and then we went for a lovely meal on the evening in a restaurant called, I think you pronounce it Cod, it's Danish, K-O-D. We had a lovely steak meal in there, and then went back to the hotel, and then on the Saturday we got up and checked out. We went for breakfast in a lovely little cafe called Watch House. I had sourdough, a smashed avocado and poached eggs, and Nova had a breakfast burrito. And then we headed off to the new craft house. It was quite far from where we were, so we got an Uber. Lovely shop, not huge, but it's just full of Deadstock fabric, and there was some amazing stuff. We were in there quite a while. The two ladies that work in there were lovely. They just left you to your own devices until you needed some help. And then I asked what else was in the area, and Columbia Flower Market is in the area, but the flower market's only on a Sunday. But the row of shops, they had some lovely little quaint shops. We stumbled across Broadgate Market, which was absolutely buzzing. And then on the way back we went through Brick Lane, and we stayed in the East End, and it was just a really sort of gritty part of London, but it was fantastic. And then we got the train back. We went into Colorblock Yard near King's Cross for a lovely meal in Harry's before we headed home. And today I have got the day off. I have got I've got fabric to put away. I've got a sewing room to spend a couple of hours trying to sort out. But I'm going to show you what I got from the new craft house. So I only bought one fabric. I was really good because I have bought a lot of fabric lately. And I got this lovely, it's described as polyester, but it just feels amazing. So I don't think it is. And it's like this gorgeous teal colour. It's got a lovely finish to it. It's absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous drape. And I'm going to make the Sew Over It Selena skirt with this, which is a bias cut skirt that literally has a front piece and a back piece and an elasticated waistband. So I got, I think I got 2 meters, but that is just absolutely beautiful. And that is my last fabric of this fortnight to put in the wash and then try and put away or cut out, one of the two. So let me know what you have enjoyed about this vlog. Yes, I have bought quite a lot of fabric. Yes, I do need to stop for a bit. And yes, I do need to destash some of the old pieces that are no longer my style. So I'm going to spend a couple of hours now in this room trying to get a bit of an order. So until my next video, bye.